chill night. So
It is gonna be a fun chill night. I'm really excited. Alrighty, we are live. I'm going to go and build a new deck, and it's going to be colors I never play.
na na na.
Alright, let's see. It's like super slow too today. I'm like worried. I'm like, don't crap out on me. It's like when I was starting it up too, it was just like a black screen. I had to like close it and start again. And I'm like, this is fun. Everything's fine.
Oh, that's whenever Arena has like a recent update. And I don't think when did we last have we had a brief update on the weekend, I think. But sometimes a file gets corrupted in the installation files because as in a small indie company does. I'm kidding.
A
As a game
small
does
indie
sometimes.
company.
But there's just sometimes there's issues and stuff that arise with it.
All right, we're building
You,
standard or yes?
we are going to build standard because I think it'll be easiest on your collection in terms of I'm not going to make you spend hundreds of dollars to buy packs that you can only use in Explorer.
Right, right.
And I don't want to have you burn like 20,000 wild cards on all the shock lands and all that
Well,
good
I have
stuff.
only ever used 2 wild cards, so I've got some to spare.
I see 34 and 11, which is perfect.
Yeah, I've got a
You won't
bunch.
go too crazy, but
All right, so I selected the colors, but it's still showing me stuff that's not in that color.
so it'll show that still because of their like transformation cards, so they have
Oh, right.
activated
They
costs
have
in those
like,
colors.
okay, gotcha. Yeah, I see that. I'm like, that's not what I want. All right. Okay.
Now we've got with the Jund, there's a few different ways we can kind of build this depending on
Uh-huh.
how you want to interact with the game and progress ahead, like in the standard meta. So, there's the ever old approach, aggro, mid range control. So like
Okay.
what's the stick to you? What's your usual kind of forthcome? To me, I feel like you're a mid range player, but maybe I'm wrong and I've misread the situation.
I mean, I would probably say that's pretty accurate. I think mid-range is sounds about right for me. I don't
Okay.
know really the difference or like if I'm interested in another style. Like I just haven't done it. You know what I mean? So
Gotcha. Okay.
I have liked playing like some like red aggro stuff. Um, I don't have a lot of experience building in it.
And that's fair. And like building in like with red, green, and black all together, this is the one thing I'll always say about Shund. As great as it is, the problem with this specific color combination is it brings together some of the best versatility. So while you
Okay.
have access to really cool things, you have access to really cool things. It really can make it making a deck kind of challenging because
Okay.
you'll want to put in like the issue I always get in it. I'll put in like all the cards that I want to, and then I'll end in like an 80 card deck. And I'm like, how am I going to trim this back by 50 cards?
Right. I do that too. But I think where I usually start lately when I'm building a standard deck is
Mhm.
I will start with the colors and then I'll start with like instants and sorceries, maybe enchantments because in standard heavy removal is pretty key and
Absolutely.
I want to look at what I already have in those colors. Um and that's kind of the easiest place to start because if I only have 6 pieces then like at least they're added and out of the way and then I could
And that's a,
decide.
that's a good approach. That's a really good approach.
Okay,
Like with
so I'm gonna narrow it down to just those for now, like instant sorceries, enchantments, and
sure.
see what
So for this deck, do you want to build this for best of three, or do you want it like to just be best of one to start?
I usually only play best of one.
Okay.
But I'm not
Do you have-
opposed to best of 3.
I
I
was going to
have
say, do you
like
have an interest to learn best of three? Because personally, I love playing best of three.
I am interested only because I would need to better my sideboarding skills. And because
Then
I
let's build.
don't, yeah, because I don't have like, I don't currently play best of 3. I play best of 1. I don't really concern myself with the sideboard.
Then let's build us a Jund best of 3 deck tonight that you can try out.
Okay.
So there might be one card that'll be really fun to build around. It's picked up a lot of interest in standard as of late. It's a great finisher.
Okay.
It is a sorcery, Breach the Multiverse.
I don't think I have that, so I would have to get it. What color is it?
It is black. It is 7 mana.
Yikes.
I know it sounds
7.
yikes, but it's not actually that bad to get to cast. And this is like a game-winning card.
I do have one.
All right, let's stick 2 in the deck.
Okay.
So that'll kind of be where we want to get to for getting Breach and hitting.
Alright, so each player mills 10 cards. For each player, choose a creature or planeswalker card in that graveyard. Put those cards onto the battlefield under your control. Then each creature you control becomes a Phyrexian in addition to its other types. Okay.
So we're trying to like take away an opponent's threat from their graveyard and stick it into your control while, also having our great benefit of stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
With Breach, getting to the 7 mana is definitely the key thing. So we want to make sure we always have consistent lands to get there.
Okay.
Arena always sticks in that auto 24.
Yeah.
Let's just up that to 26, so we have the base land set aside, and we'll figure out the mana base after.
All right. What else should we? Okay.
Removal for sure, starting off before we kind of get a base.
All right. Well, I'm going to start with the lowest mana. I have some card draw stuff. Like Dockside Chef. I have Duress, which removes from hand. Like
a couple Duresses would be good.
Yeah.
We could probably consider like 2 Duresses in the main board and 1 in the sideboard.
Okay. There's Mirrodin Avenged.
It's okay. It's not the best we have access to. How many common and uncommon wildcards do you have right now?
Common 67, uncommon 75.
Oh, fantastic. What we should craft then, it's a card called Cut Down. This is probably one of the best single target removal cards we have.
Okay.
It's a 1 mana instant.
Exile, but it's only mana value 3 or less.
Yeah, Annoyant with Affliction. Annoyant's okay if you're playing in like a toxic strategy to get poison counters on an opponent. Like, it's good then.
I have Infernal Grasp.
Oh, 2 of those would be good.
Okay. Fake Your Own Death, Final Flourish.
Probably none of those. Do you have are you familiar with the card Sheholdred's Edict from All Will Be One?
Yes.
Do you have any of that?
I don't think so.
Okay. If we can craft a couple of that, it's an uncommon only, which is great.
What is it?
Sheholdred's Edict.
What is it?
Instant.
It's an instant. Okay.
It is an instant.
Look. I have Blot Out as well. Collective Nightmare, Dig Up the Body. I have a Gix's Caress, which is...
They're not bad, but they're a little bit expensive on the 3 mana side.
I have Murder, which is also 3 mana. Hero's Downfall.
We could probably put in one hero's downfall.
Pointed discussion. No way out. Unseal the necropolis.
Probably not.
Soul transfer.
One soul transfer would be fantastic. This is a great utility card. We can actually put that in for the sideboard.
Add another one to the sideboard?
Yeah, we'll do like one in the main and one in the sideboard.
Okay. I kind of like the Long Reach of Night. It's 4 mana, but I have found it really useful.
What's this one? This is the enchantment, right? It turns into the Animism
it's a
Let's
saga.
Reach.
It makes, for 2 turns, it makes an opponent sacrifice a creature or discard a card. And then on the 3rd level, it becomes a creature with menace.
Okay.
When it attacks, it gets +X until the end of turn, where X is the number of creatures in the defending player's graveyard.
Gotcha. Okay. We could definitely, if we play one of that, let's add one of that to the deck.
I have Shieldred's Restoration.
No, we won't need Restoration.
Okay. So
I
what
think
were
that's-
the 2 cards that you said? Shieldred's what? And the one that the removal piece cut down or something?
It was Cut Down and Sheholdred's Edict.
Edict. Okay. Have it listed to collected and not collected. All right. Cut down. Right?
Yep.
Why is it not loving me? It's just spinning and spinning. Don't do
Oh,
this.
Rena,
Don't do this.
no.
Okay, got it. How many of those?
We're going to want to make 3. We'll do 2 in the main deck and 1 in the sideboard.
Okay. Oh. And Shieldred's Edict. How many of those?
2 of that.
Okay.
Edict's just so good because of what it can hit. There are decks that still play Planeswalkers in Standard right now, so having that target ability to just 2 mana no walker for you is so nice.
Let's look at the other colors because I've only really looked at the black.
Black is usually going to be your biggest source of removal. For the other colors and Jund specifically.
Well, there's
We'll
a lot
probably-
of like deals 3 damage, deals 2 damage, that kind of things in red.
Yes, a Braid is a really nice one we can look at.
I've got 4 of them.
Let's go ahead and grab 1 from the main deck and 1 for the sideboard.
Okay.
And then, honestly, to finish out our removal, we could probably run, and this is from green, it's called Terra Sunder.
Terra Sunder.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking at anything else that might be useful.
For sure.
Do we need anything?
mean-
Do we need any card draw stuff?
We will. We haven't quite gotten there, but if you've got some Fable of the Mirror Breakers, that is a fantastic one to include in the deck.
What
If
is
we
it?
can- Fable of the Mirror Breaker.
And what is it?
3 mana enchantment. So when it comes into play, it's got the Saga counters. Makes it 2/2 Goblin. That when it attacks, it makes a treasure first. Chapter 2 is you can discard up to 2 cards and draw that many cards. And then Chapter 3, it flips over into Reflection of Kiki Jiki,
Oh,
which lets
yeah.
you make all those copies and
I
stuff.
only have one of them.
It's definitely worth investing wild cards into.
Okay.
Any deck that basically plays red in standard is going to want 4 copies of this card.
Okay, so you think I should put 4 of them?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. I do have 2 all will be ones. I don't know how useful they are in this deck.
They won't be too useful in this deck, but there is a deck where they have some advantage with like a Nixless. It's more of a sacrifice deck.
Okay.
Um,
And all right, so I'm in green. I have a Tameo safekeeping. I don't know if I would need that.
I don't think we'll need it for this deck. A lot of the stuff we're going to be doing is more instant speed than permanent saving.
Okay. What was the one in green that you wanted me to tear? Was it Tear Asunder?
It was Terra Sunder,
I
yeah.
have 4 of them.
Oh, fantastic. We're going to want 1 in the main deck and 1 in the sideboard.
Okay. Anything else that I should look at in green or red? Instant sorceries, enchantments.
In red, it would be Lithomantic Barrage from Aftermath. It's an uncommon.
I probably don't have that. I don't have too much aftermath yet.
Okay. Thankfully, it's only an uncommon, but it's a very, very good one.
Mm-hmm.
1 mana, it can't be countered, which is always the best line of text to read. It does a damage to a creature or planeswalker, but if that creature is blue or white, it deals 5 damage instead.
Okay.
So it's
I'll
like
go to not
1 mana.
have it. 1 mana, you said?
Yeah.
All right.
It's like 1 mana, remove a walker creature of your choice. It's just really good.
Lithomantic Barrage, how many?
Just 2, and they'll be sideboard.
Both of them?
Yep. This will be something we want to bring in when we're up against like either a control deck or a Zorius or mono white soldiers. Or
Right.
humans.
Okay.
Okay.
We were in red and green. We didn't really look too much at green. Though I don't know if there's too much like instant sorcery or enchantment you want here from here.
Not overly from green, but there's going to be some multicolored stuff we're going to want to bring in and play.
Okay.
Like one of the cards, for example. So with the enchantment you brought in there, I'd love this deck is really going to love Glissa Sunslayer.
What colors are they?
Glissa is Golgari, black and green. She is 3 mana.
Okay, I don't think I have that because I'm not seeing it. I haven't Unleashed the Inferno. Is that useful?
That is a good one of to put in the sideboard.
All right. Let me look for that Glissa. Are there any planeswalkers I should look at in these cards?
Yes. We'll be running 1 planeswalker. It'll be Chandra, Hope's Beacon, from Aftermath. Sorry, from Marching Machines.
What's Glissa's? What is it? A sorcery creature?
She's a creature.
Oh, okay. That's why I haven't looked at creatures yet. Okay. So we're done with instant sorceries enchantments, yes?
There would be 1 more we'd want to play.
What is it?
Big Score.
Oh, that sounds familiar to me.
That is an instant. Sorry. So there would be that and Invoke Despair. Big Score is an instant and Invoke Despair is a sorcery.
I have 4 of them. Big Score.
Let's grab 3.
And Invoke Despair, you say?
Yep.
I don't have any.
Okay. To not eat too much into wild cards, let's just only put in 2.
Okay.
A lot of the times it's a 4 of, but with how we're going to style the deck, 2 will be more than fine.
I'm gonna look at lands and planeswalkers just because that won't yield too much. Are there any lands I should be considering for this?
There's quite a few, but we can always base that on what ones you have available in your collection, so we don't have to go too crazy on the mana base.
How many of the Chandras?
Just 2.
Okay.
The big thing for her is that passive, right? She copies instants and sorceries we cast.
Mm-hmm.
So like you get double Breach the Multiverse, double Invoke Despair. It gets kind of crazy.
Okay, so these are the lands that I have available.
Okay, perfect.
Takenuma.
Yeah, we're going to want 1 Takenuma.
Okay. Do you care about Dross Pit?
No, not too much. Dross Pit I find is too slow.
I have an Autonomous Furnace. It's kind of similar to Dross Pit.
Yeah. Probably anything that's like a sphere, like the furnace and that, we won't be needing to play.
I have the Argoth Titania one.
Hunter
Maze.
No, should be fine without those.
Okay, don't need white, don't need blue. Blackcleave Cliffs.
Blackcleave Cliffs, yes. All 2 of them, those should go right in.
I have Bloodfell Caves. Enters tap but gains a life.
I'd say let's pass on that for now, but I think I see you have Haunted Ridge, right?
I do. I have 2 of them.
Let's grab 2 Haunted Ridge.
No Geothermal Bog.
No, I'm not a big fan of like tap lands unless they're. They bug me. But
I have Deathcap Glade.
2 of that is perfect.
Okay. And
is that a Carplusion Forest?
Oh, did I pass it? Yeah, I have 1 of these.
Let's put in 1 of Carplusion Forest.
And I have Rugged Highlands and Rockfall Vale.
2 of the Rockfall Vale for sure.
Okay. I think that would be it for like. Yeah, I think that's it for lands.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we added 10. I'll take 10 away from these.
Perfect. And we'll probably just end up doing a combination of basics for the remainder, which should be more than sufficient for now.
All right, so we did lands, planeswalkers, instants, sorceries, enchantments. Do we want any battles?
There's not really a battle that goes well with this particular list.
Okay, so all that's left is artifact and creatures.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll probably bounce back to enchantments in a little bit after we finish the main for some sideboard. But yeah, for now it should just be creatures and artifacts.
Alrighty.
Glissa for sure would be the first one.
Which one? I have Glissa Sunslayer. I don't have, but I do have a Glissa Herald of Predation.
We're gonna want Sunslayer. We'll use just 2 copies though.
Okay. Let's see. Get out of the. All right.
And do you have any Sheholdreds?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, not a big deal if you don't. It's like a nice to have if you do.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay. That's okay.
It is a nice to have. She does a lot of damage, and so do those stupid Phyrexian Obliterators. Hate them. They've
Oh,
ruined my life. Every time one comes up, I'm like, where's my removal?
well, at this point, you might just be able to take them with Breach the Multiverse.
Yeah. Ugh.
Okay. Let's what about a Tali?
Okay, so you don't want me to get a Shieldred.
If you're comfortable spending the wild cards on Shieldred, like 2 would be awesome.
I'm just gonna listen to you. I'm gonna
Okay.
invest in your feelings, okay? We're here.
Well,
for
she's
you.
around in standard for the next year.
Yeah,
so
I know.
she's not a bad craft.
We
No,
got
like 2
extra
Shieldreds.
time with her. Oh man.
We do, and
What's up,
her
Lone
synergy with the deck is so crazy.
All right. So we got some Shieldreds in here. Now, what else did you say after that?
Itali.
Atali.
Big old dino that got turned into a Phyrexian dino.
Mm-hmm. Okay, how many?
We are going to want 2.
Okay. Now, what else?
How do you feel about monkeys?
I think this is the wildest deck I've ever built. It has like no theme, but I feel totally I trust you. Whatever you say I need. Let's go for
There's
it.
a theme. There's a theme.
Okay.
It's called Jund 'em out.
Okay, so what monkeys are we putting in?
Kogla.
Okay.
This is a monkey riding a turtle.
I'm gonna ask my magic 8-ball in my chat. I have a magic 8-ball. Is Jund the best deck I should be building right now? It says, "Are you kidding?"
Well, it doesn't know what it means.
Do I need monkeys?
The answer is yes.
It says nah, mate.
No, you need the monkey. The monkey's too good.
I'm gonna put the monkey. What is it again? How do you with a K?
K-O. Yeah, Kogla with a K. You always need the monkey. The monkey's the answer. We're gonna do 1.
This is so expensive. I feel like I'll never cast this.
But so a lot of the stuff we're not actually gonna end up casting. It's gonna be cheating it in with Breach the Multiverse. That's the theme of the deck.
Okay. Gotcha.
So the big reason for Kogla in this list is like, while you have Unleash the Inferno in the sideboard, Kogla is, you can discard it and blow up an enchantment or artifact. Kogla shuffles itself back into your deck and you draw a card. Okay. So it's 4 mana, kill a troublesome thing from your opponent, get a card.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, but it's scary. My butthole's tight. So
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like a trip to the doctors. You know, it's a trip to the doctors. We're going to the doctors.
I feel like I need more creatures. Like I only have 7. No? 7? That's it?
For now. We're gonna fill it in a little bit more.
Okay, because we're at 59.
Yeah, we're gonna make some tweaks and cuts and switch some few things around.
Rockstar asked the 8-ball, "Is an aristocrat's deck the way?" And the 8-ball said, "Outlook not so good."
Better not play up Nicholas then.
The 8-ball just gets sassy sometimes. I love it. It's like the best thing I've ever added to my chat. I use it all the time now.
I love it.
He says, "Oh no." Okay, so what else should we add? Are we looking at creatures still, or
yeah,
okay.
Creatures and artifacts still. So one creature, we're gonna want 4 of this. It's Blood Tithe Harvester.
Blood Tithe. Oh, I've got 4 of them.
Fantastic.
Look at me go.
Ooh, and it's the fancy art.
I don't even know the difference. I'm like, what? This looks good. I've got that.
The last one we're gonna look at is...
Ooh, Lone Wolf said, "Am I better than Astral at Magic the Gathering?" And the 8-ball says, "My sources say yes."
Lies. That's lies and slander. Lies and slander.
The 8-ball came with sources. I don't know.
I don't believe it. I'm sitting at top 700 mythic right now. Wolf, get on my level, bro.
Get on my level, bro. So good. I love that thing. Okay, wait.
It's sassy, but it's good.
I know, it's so sassy. Okay, anything else we are looking at?
Reckoneer Bankbuster.
Reckoneer. I think I'm spelling it wrong. How do you spell it?
It's 1E.
Oh.
If it helps, I misspell it all the time. I always add in 2 E's.
Really? Okay, maybe I'll just put Bankbuster. Bankbuster is one word?
Bankbuster is one word, but it might not show up because we have color selected. This is a colorless artifact.
Oh.
So we gotta turn off the colors at the top.
Got it. No, it's not coming up.
I think we still have black selected, don't we?
Oh, do we? Fuck. Sorry.
No, you're good.
There it is. How many?
Let's go 2 in the main deck, 1 in the sideboard.
I hate crewing things, by the way.
It's okay. We won't be crewing this thing too often. Bankbuster is just a very good card draw.
Did I add it?
It's like,
I don't know if I added it to the sideboard.
Yep, looks like it. Okay.
Gotcha.
Now let's click the arrow to expand the deck up because we're going to move a couple cards from the main deck into the sideboard, and then we'll finish off the sideboard.
And did you say you wanted to go back in? Hey, Bruhaha, welcome in. Did you say you wanted to go back and look at enchantments? You said.
Yeah, there'll be like one other one we'll take a look at, but
Okay.
we'll make a small little modifications here first. So the 2 duresses,
Okay.
I would say let's go ahead and just move those to the sideboard.
Okay.
Leaves us with 3 spots left. Let's cut that hero's downfall. I think we'll be okay without it. It leaves us with 2. Really like to leave 2 tallies in the list. Let's go ahead and cut big score down to 2. And I'll say let's actually cut the Terrace Under from the deck as well. Not from the sideboard, but just from the main deck.
Where is it?
In the 2-mana
Oh,
pile.
here it is. Okay. Okay.
And then for the last few cards for the sideboard, we are going to grab Brotherhood's End ×2 and the Cruelty of Gix.
Phew, excuse me. Let me remove this.
Let's see.
Oh, excuse me.
Gesundheit.
Okay, 2. You said 2 of these.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2 of them.
And what else? Cruelty.
The Cruelty of Gix.
I think I have that.
If you
No, I
do,
don't.
that's amazing.
I don't.
No, that's okay.
How many?
Just 2.
Okay. And they're currently in main.
They'll be to the sideboard.
Both of them, all of them, rather.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Brotherhood's End and the Cruelty of Gix.
And then we just have to fix the mana.
Yep. Based on distributions, we could probably play out of 16.
Yeah, it's 20
Five.
black, 16 red, 3 green.
So let's go 6 swamps, 6 mountains, 4 forests.
Okay, 6 swamps. Why? Why isn't it? I just put mountain and it didn't like show up. Those bastards.
Oh, hit the land
yeah,
icon.
I'm gonna do that. I got it. All right, mountain.
Do 6. Yeah, 4 forests.
Okay. We're good there?
So we are good there. If we need to adjust it as we play some games, we will. Kind of the last thing we need to do is if you just want to click on the deck name.
Where's that?
Where it says new deck 3.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, click on the graph.
On the graph?
Yep. Because we're gonna change the type just to set it to traditional standard.
What's the difference?
So when you set a deck to standard, it'll say your sideboard is over the limit and show red on it. When you set it to traditional, it just says, oh, you have a traditional standard deck. There's 15 cards on the sideboard.
Is that the only difference, really?
Yeah, that's literally the only difference.
Okay.
But yeah, that's that is what the deck is going to look like.
What do
you want to call it?
I definitely want it to have your name on it, because if it sucks, I want everyone to know it's yours. No, I'm just kidding.
Ouch. Ouch.
No, I'm kidding.
Remember, it's not the deck, it's the pilot.
It's probably true. I'm so trash at this. But I'm learning and I'll get there. Excuse me for blowing my nose, but I really
No, don't worry, it's all good. Bless you.
Thank you. It's allergy season and I'm a nerd. Somebody said Jundamentals. That's really good.
Ooh, I dig that. It's like the fundamentals, but it's the Jundamentals.
Okay, I'm still keeping it astrals. Okay. We're good. We just gotta craft it.
Yep, that's it.
All right. We're doing. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so what are your first impressions at looking at the list?
I don't even know what I'm looking at the moment. It feels like a mishmash to me. I don't see the synergy because a lot of these cards are cards that I don't play, so I'm not familiar with them until I actually play with them.
That's the perfect answer because that's exactly what Jund is.
Okay. So 7 uncommon, 18 rare, 4 mythic rare. That feels right to you?
Yep, that feels perfect.
All right. Our deck is donezo. That was the easiest deck building. I know it was lengthy, but I feel like it was the easiest I've ever built a deck because I'm always chronically over and not able to make cuts. Okay, so do you want to play this or what?
Yeah, let's just queue in a game. Best way to take it in is to play it and learn.
All right. So
the basic idea for the deck is you're gonna try to outvalue your opponent. That's the whole reason for the selection of cards and why it looks that way. It is you're just going to be playing better cards than your opponent and beating them at value.
So how do I change it to best of 3?
So on best of 1, you just hit the number 1 and it'll swap it to 3.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. and just yeah, click on rank, standard play, and queue up the deck, and we give it a shot.
Eek. Flapton Jack says, Jun says synergy, smenergy, Jun them out.
What's going on, Flap?
Synergy, smenergy. All right, do we want to draw first or play first?
I'll always take the play.
Okay. This doesn't look like a great keep. We've got.
Actually, this is pretty decent.
Are you sure? Are you sure, Zeus?
Yep. Yeah, so we've got cut down that we can play. We're gonna have our tap land in on turn 1 on Haunted Ridge, but that's fine. We basically have a line of, we have a good removal in the first 2 turns. Bankbuster is a draw. You have Glissa, which is extra draw. Blood Tithe Harvester is fantastic follow-up, and you already have Invoke Despair in hand.
Yeah, but I can't play it for like 5 million years.
But that's fine. The fact is, it's already there.
All right, should I play this?
Yep, and we can just hold back. If the opponent's playing aggro, right, we want to have removal up. So like, we might take some damage here, but Bankbuster's already out. Next turn, you know you've got your force, and we can just easily play in Glissa Sunslayer.
Okay, so you don't want to use any removal. You want to play Glissa.
Yeah, I'm fine to just play Glissa here. As soon as we develop Glissa, it's very good for us. So if we go into the opponent's next turn, and they decide to attack, Glissa's got First Strike and Death Touch.
Yeah.
Anything they attack with, she's gonna kill.
Right.
And, you know, if they remove her before she dies, we can use her to crew the Bankbuster as an extra blocker.
Yeah. They've given it Menace.
Oh, that does kind of suck. We won't really be able to block
Fine,
it, but
it's 2. It's fine.
yeah.
Destroy up to 1 target artifact. Alright, well, I guess there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, just kind of let it happen. I mean, honestly, we're kind of okay with that.
Okay, so do we want to play Fable or do we want to use a removal thing?
It's pretty good if we play Fable here, because Fable's going to set us up so we can get into Invoke Despair. And a couple of those cards in hand we're not really using, we'll be able to discard next turn.
Are we attacking?
I think it's fine to attack. Because we can also use Glissa here. If she connects, we can lose a life and draw a card. If we draw an untapped Black Source, we can cast Cut Down.
Yeah, okay.
But they block anyways, so I mean...
Well, at least they
even better.
lost a creature. Do we want to discard cards? Or decline?
Yeah, I'm thinking... Are there any cards you think we should discard? I want to get your opinion first.
I don't think so. I mean, like, I'm sure there's greater stuff in the deck, but we have stuff that we can play. Like,
that's exactly what I'm thinking. We've got good answers in hand. Like, you have in access right now the ability to use Cut Down and Sheholder's Edict to clear their entire board. And I would just go ahead and do that. Like, use Cut Down on their 3/2, and then Sheholder's Edict to force them to sacrifice a creature token.
Sacrifice a creature token?
Yeah, because that's what's on the Mirrodin thing. And with all that said and done, now we just get to attack in for 5 damage.
Do
you'll be
we
able to
draw a card, lose a life, destroy target enchantment, or remove up to 3 counters? Draw a card?
So usually I would say draw a card.
Yeah.
Glissa's really good in this list too, because we can actually reset all the lore counters on our Fable of the Mirror Breaker.
Mm-hmm.
So at the start of your next main phase, next turn, if you remove the counters, you get another 2/2 goblin.
So do you want to do that?
I kind of do, because like we have Invoke Despair in hand, which is draw, and I'm kind of about making another Never token. So I'm for that. Let's just remove the counters and reset Fable. Oh, we removed one. Okay.
Yeah, because I think it was only at 2, so now it's back at 1, right? No?
So you could have removed all the lore counters.
Oh, I didn't realize I didn't do it.
No, it's all good.
I did it.
Not a big deal. You're going to be able to cast Invoke Despair next turn more than likely anyways. So like they're doing a bit of damage, but we're going to be able to just clean up their board. Actually, you can just... So I wouldn't discard anything here.
Yeah.
To me, this is like, let's swamp and cast Invoke Despair. They lose their Rem and Calorus right now. So you target the opponent.
I did.
Sorry, right, stream delay.
I have to use the treasure is what it did.
Gotcha, perfect.
I guess
Perfect.
Because why not?
Yeah, hit them down to 9. And we're looking really good now. We've got, Fables flipping next turn. We've got adequate lands. We've drawn some cards. Ideally, now we're hoping to see a Breach the Multiverse or an Atali.
Alright, so... I guess I'll put this in.
Yep.
Do we want a big score, or do we want a Blood Tithe Harvester?
We can do both. Because we have the treasure mana.
So, I'll discard this mountain.
Perfect. Yeah, we won't need that mount at this point.
And then a braid or a blood. I guess I could I'll blood tithe, and then if I need to destroy the artifact, I will.
Exactly. And we just go to combat and hit their face, put them down to 7.
I kind of want to crack this blood token.
We can, but I would say let's save it. So the reason being is Blood Tithe Harvester with Reflection of Kiki Jiki lets you make more and more blood tokens, and you can use the token copy to remove whatever creature the opponent plays.
Oh.
And we just take game 1.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll allow
this is what it does. You outvalue the opponent.
Okay, so is there anything you want to swap out, or are we good keeping it as is?
There are a few things I'd want to swap out. So, seeing the opponent's deck, they look like they're an artifact-based deck, so we want to bring in artifact removal.
Okay.
Brotherhood's End is a great artifact removal card. We have another Abrade.
Well, how
Also
do
a
I
great
do
card.
that? Just from up
Oh.
here?
Yep, so you'll just double-click the cards up top.
Okay. So, Brotherhood's End, I added, and then what do I take out?
We'll check that in a sec. So let's bring in the Brotherhood's End. Let's bring in Abrade. And the Terror Sunder as well. Okay. And that should be sufficient. I don't think we'll need to worry about Unleash the Inferno. For this particular game, the opponent's very low on curve. So our higher end stuff isn't going to be like as amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So we can probably cut one Italy. We could cut the Long Reach of the Night for this particular one.
Where is that?
In the 4-mana slot.
Mm-hmm. Got it. And one more.
I would probably say we can cut a Sheholdred's Edict. Even actually, the Soul Transfer. Yeah, let's do the Soul Transfer.
All right. Wise Crow says, can never have too much value.
That's so true, though. Value is how you win.
I don't know how to make value.
The deck doesn't.
I've
The deck
heard
doesn't fight you.
tales. I've heard tales.
You're making value right now. You're playing Jund. Jund is value. You outvalue the opponent.
All right. Well, this sweet one land hand is not good. So
No.
as much as I love everything else in it.
I was gonna say if this was like
good. This is like all lands now. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it, but
yeah, actually, I would keep this
I'm
and
getting
put
rid
like
of a
Raven Mountain
mountain.
back.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Like this is still fine. It's 5 lands, but we're gonna guarantee our land hits.
Well, we got the mountain back anyway.
Oh no, not more lands.
I know. Hasty boys.
Ooh, Swiss Bear. That's fine.
I should have played the tap lands first, but
Oh, the Black Leaves?
yeah.
They're not tapped. They're untapped.
If you control 2 or yeah, if you control 2 or fewer lands, which I do, so they're gonna enter tapped.
No, they'll enter untapped.
Oh.
It's unless you control. So for turns 1, 2, and 3, Blackleaf Cliffs is able to come into play untapped. So
Gotcha.
next turn we can play the other one, and it'll still be untapped.
Gotcha. I'll play the green one, so I have like one of everything. Do we want to kill this?
No, we can't block it yet. Just take the 3 damage.
Okay.
Because what we'll do next turn is you'll play in the Blackleaf Cliffs. Because we don't want to have and we're gonna do Sheholdred's Edict.
I played the Rockfall Veil because I wanted to have one of each.
Okay, that's
but
fine.
I have a Glissa now as well.
That's good. We'll do a Glissa follow-up next turn.
All
We
right,
want to
so
get rid of
Sheholdred's Edict, get rid of what? The
non-token.
Non-token.
No, non-token, yeah. We want the Swift Spear gone. It's not a big deal that the Rockfall got played. And we're going to sacrifice our Blood Tithe Harvester to kill the 2/2. So just click the Harvester, sack, and target the creature, and their entire creature board is now gone and decimated.
Okay.
What's great
Hey,
about
Baze,
this
welcome
play...
in. Only lands.
Which is fine, though. You have a blood token, right? So we can actually cycle away that forest in our hand, or the mountain, even, at the end of their turn.
So, do you prefer which land I play?
I would just say play the Blackleaf Cliffs, because it's going to come into play tap now, and then we can just play Glissa. Play the tap land while we, aren't too worried about it, and get in our critter.
They've got all their mana up, but how many cards in hand? 2?
Looks like 2.
Yeah. It's hard to see with the stained glass.
There's a pretty card back, though.
Okay. I guess play the Reckoner.
Yep, play out Reckoner, and we can just move right to combat. For what they've got in hand, looks like they're holding a priority.
Yeah. Draw card?
Yeah, let's draw a card.
We've got Brotherhoods and
We don't need to cast it right now. I think we can probably just end the turn.
Yeah.
Before it comes back to our turn, we can use our mana to draw a card with the Wreck in Your Bankbuster by paying 2. And then, use our blood token to cycle a card away. So Bankbuster's just got that really good flex spot in this list where we can
we want to do this?
Yep.
Do overcharge counter?
That's right. Just gets us a card.
Okay. What is in their hand?
I'd probably guess it's like a play with fire or something, like a damage spell.
And the blood token, you said?
Yeah, let's use the blood token, and we can just discard the Brotherhood's End, in all honesty.
You don't want to discard this mountain?
No, I want to save that, because we want to save our lands so we can get to 7 for the Breach the Multiverse.
Okay.
And I really like how we're going into this turn here, because we can attack the opponent with Glissa first before we cast anything.
Oh, I already cast it. I was eager. Sorry.
You're good. You cast.
I was like, I'm
All good.
sorry.
No, you're good. It's fine to cast Fable. Fable's still an casting a Fable is never bad to do.
Okay. So now Glissa?
Just attack the opponent with Glissa. You can use Glissa and we're going to be able to kill their Kumano Faces Kakazan. So we can destroy target enchantment.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the value, right? At this point, you are set up with extra card draw on Bankbuster still. Fable's going to let you see some more cards next turn. You've got both an Invoke Despair and a Breach the Multiverse, which are your big game-ending cards. At this point, I don't foresee how you lose this game.
You never know. Don't get too excited.
Oh, it's fine to get excited.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Are we doing Bankbusters before my turn?
Yes. Yeah. Any time with this list that you can do a Bankbuster on the opponent's end step, always do so.
Okay. Do you want to cut down?
Yes. Absolutely yes. It's not mean, it's effective.
I know, but it's so mean. Okay, that's what they had. I'm like, they had fucking something. Alright, they had a response.
Oh. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, just start up to 2 cards and draw that many cards. We don't want to do that?
Decline. Let's discard a forest.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 lands, so I'll be able to play a 7th.
Yep.
Okay, so... Well, we got another land. Alright.
That's fine. We have 7 lands right now, right?
Yes, correct.
Oh, let's play Breach the Multiverse. It's not objectively the right play, but it's the fun play, and it's hilarious.
Alright, this is the opponent's graveyard. I kind of want to take their Elspeth.
Yes, take their Elspeth. And then what did we get?
Okay.
Because you take it from yours and theirs.
Shieldred.
Oh, let's grab Shelly. Easy. Easy.
So mean. Oh
let's go.
I want to give Shelly flying.
Do it. Do it.
Do I give it to Shelly or do I give it to Glissa?
I mean, the answer really is Glissa here, because Glissa just is going to attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could give something lifelink too. So stupid. Alright.
But what's great here is like when you connect with Glissa and you lose a life on Cardra, Shelly's gonna get you back to life now.
I'm attacking with both because if they block, they'll at least something will die.
Yeah, exactly. No, 100% attacking with both. And like realistically, you win next turn with Invoke Despair.
I love how like hard it sounds, you know, like
It's just a big hit.
Are we removing the counters on the lore counters or
No, we're just gonna draw a card this time.
okay.
So we'll lose a life and draw a card, and then Shelly will heal us back to 13.
To damage. Are we bank bustering?
No, we don't have enough mana to be able to tap it. But I mean, at this point, we're pretty much set up to win. Easiest game of our lives.
I'm just running an errand.
I love how you say that. Hey Anna, welcome in. Aw, thanks for the raid. I'm sorry, I always like when I'm listening to the arena, I have like my Twitch sounds off and I get engrossed. Okay.
Are they attacking in with the Monastery Mentor?
I believe they should be. No, they're not. It's my turn.
Okay.
Okay, so
Cast Invoke Despair. Make them pay for their suffering and transgressions.
I can -3 Elspeth to look at the top 7 cards in my library, and I may put a card with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield with a shield counter, or I could +1 something to give it flying, lifelink, something like that.
I mean, the real answer is we +1 Shelly and give it flying.
Okay.
And then attack and die.
So Invoke Despair.
Yeah. Invoke Despair is just kind of your safe bet here, just to make sure that they don't have anything in hand if they have another Surge of Salvation. Because we'd rather test for that now. Nope, they don't. Yep, you win.
I know.
Give that Shelly flying and end this game.
I just want to play this too, because why not?
Yeah, do it up. I am happy to officially inaugurate you into the Jund way of life.
Hey, nitpicking nerds, welcome in. What's up? I am playing Jund for the first time. Astrals and I built this deck. Well, it was Astrals and I just yes-ered everything, you know? It was like,
You didn't yes.
It was
No,
like, yes.
you had some good suggestions.
I was like, yes, okay, I'll put that in here. Which nerd am I talking to? Is it Cherries or Beezy?
Or is it both?
They say Jund is my baby, so I want to know whose baby Jund is. All right, well, are we doing it again?
Yeah, let's do it up. I gotta take like a quick 5 minutes to go get some refresh on water.
Yeah, please do.
So if you want to queue up while I'm away,
is it
to practice with
somebody's challenging me. Who is it?
Got a challenge.
A friend challenge. I can accept, but I hope they're not watching my stream. Then they'll see what's on, what's in my hand. I'll accept.
They'll know.
All right. Let's.
All right. I will be right back in 5 with fresh water.
Sure. What's up? Welcome in. What is up, fam? I've played against this deck, like this kind of thing before. How is your life, Ron? My life is alright. I am just hanging in there. My life is fine. It's not amazing. It's not terrible. It's just fine. How's your life? What's going on? What is happening in the life of Cherries? Aww. You're so kind. You're an awesome human that I admire. That's so sweet. Thank you. I'm honestly like so honored to be admired by you. You spread positivity and fight for what you believe is right while supporting your friends. How could I not admire you? That's so kind. Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate those words.
Howdy.
Hey.
How we looking?
Okay.
Ooh, we living? Okay.
We're alright. We're living. We're living. Okay. What are we doing? My turn. I don't want to discard at the moment. I feel good with what I have.
I think your hand's pretty good. I kind of like playing out the other Fable this turn.
Yeah.
Maybe getting in with your 2/2 Goblin just to make a treasure, so you get closer to the Breach of the Multiverse.
I am so good under a lot of stress because of upcoming move in life. Have you settled on where you're moving? Have you found a place? Have you looked?
Me?
No, Joe Cherries is in the chat and they are considering a move.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. I can't sack this because it's already tapped. It's gonna die because they've given something Death Touch.
Yeah. I mean, we that happens. We have to accept that.
It's fine.
Like, if they use it to kill our Blood Tithe Harvester, I'm not completely upset about that. In all honesty.
Mm-hmm. So you're probably moving West Coast? That's crazy. That's a big move.
I would actually take this damage.
Really?
So
They don't have
Obnixilis,
any...
but it's Obnixilis, right? So Obnixilis will see the 1 unblock damage and become a 5/4.
Okay.
We're gonna give them an extra 1/1 with the Anvil. At least it kind of denies them 1 counter on Obnixilis.
Okay.
That is an Infernal Grasp.
Alright. I can breach. Or I can destroy Obnixilis.
Well, let's discard Big Score.
Okay.
Because if you draw a land, I think you can do
Yeah.
both, right? Because you have 5,
I've got
6.
a land. So 6, 7 with the treasure.
Yeah, so let's cast Breach the Multiverse right now then. Let's just see what we get. Because we might get something really cool, like an Atali.
Mm-hmm.
Or a monkey.
Alright, so we've got Blood Ties, Shieldred, Itali.
Atali!
All
Oh, it
right.
has to be Atali. Yeah, I would take Atali. Atali's just the fun one.
We also
What do they have?
have Obnixilis.
Oh yeah, let's take their Obnixilis.
I'm the new boss around here.
I love him.
Itali's
Select
so
card to cast. Offer immortality, or a braid.
We'll do both. So a braid, we can use a braid to blow up their anvil.
All right, what are we giving Death Touch?
One of our 2/2s. Well, like one of the treasure goblins.
You don't want to deal 3 damage to Obnixilis?
No,
Yeah,
because
4/3.
we're gonna use Infernal Grass on Obnixilis. We can use a
Okay.
braid to get rid of the anvil because they're gonna keep using the anvil to drain you and make more 1/1s. If we
Yeah.
kill the anvil, we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Well, they sacrificed something. Oh, well, okay, they couldn't.
That's fine.
All right.
Now we just attack, and
we
then
could do Obnixilis. Each opponent loses 2 life unless they discard a card.
yeah, do that.
Or create a 1/1 red devil.
I like forcing the discard.
Go ahead. Plead for mercy.
All right.
So right after we declare attacks, before declare blockers, make sure Infernal Grasp is cast because then they can't block your 2/2s at all.
I can't cast it. I don't have the mana to.
So right after you attack with the goblins, they're gonna make the treasure. Then you'll be able to.
Okay, got you.
So they just have to be declared as attackers
Yeah,
first.
got it. Okay.
Perfect.
Oh, I see. So smart, Astrals.
I do
So
okay.
smart. Cherry says no set location yet. We are looking in Denver and Portland in the next month. Portland would be great because we would be near Nerd Girl, Veggie, and Even Pop.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so true.
I might be visiting Portland in the summer, so
Yeah, that's
if
sick.
you are making that move anytime soon, I might be visiting. All right, so what are we making? Do you want to make a copy of something?
Not just yet.
All right.
What,
Are we
uh,
giving lose 2 life, discard a card? That
Yeah,
kind of
force the
thing?
opponent to discard.
Pleasure doing.
All right, we got a land. Do you want to play it?
Nah, let's use the blood token. Let's cycle that land.
It's another land.
Surprise! Yeah, we can play this land.
All right, so we're not doing anything with Kikijiki.
No, we're gonna save Kikijiki, leave it untapped.
Uh-huh.
You'll basically just attack with the Tali and your 2 treasure goblins.
Treasure gobos.
Reason being, I want to show you a really cool synergy
I
of how.
Block it.
Oh.
I
Well,
didn't block it.
never mind. If they had it blocked, I was going to show you a really cool synergy that the deck can
Aw.
just do to finish off. But I'll explain it either way. So if you hold priority on your opponent's end phase and you have 2 reflections of Kikijiki out, because they are not legendary, you can use a reflection and keep tapping your mana to make a bunch of copies of a reflection of Kikijiki equal to the amount of mana I have. So if you have like 5 mana, you can make 5 copies. That's 5 2/2s in addition to your other 2. Yeah, so Kiki literally combos with itself, and you can just swing in and attack with like an army of reflections to win.
Cherry's asked if I will be guesting on Decked Out. I have already guested on Decked Out, but if they'll have me again while I'm in the area, I'm happy to. But the plan is to be a guest on another channel. I was scheduled to go out for... Oh man, this is like all lands, but I'm just gonna keep it because...
Yeah, this is totally fine to keep.
I was supposed to go out to Portland in April, but I ended up not being able to arrange it, and it fell through. But we decided to move it to the summer, so now we're trying to organize that.
Oh heck yeah. Excuse me.
But that was for another channel, not Decked Out. But again, if Decked Out will have me, I'm happy to be on again.
Do it up. So when Lily comes into play, let's just use Edict and get rid of her.
You won't be outsmarting me.
We already have 2 swamps, right?
Yeah, I'd say we could probably discard the mountain.
Well, I did the swamp.
It's fine. I mean, you just get to play She-Holdred here, so... Do you want to... We could crew Bankbuster and attack for 4.
That's alright. Oh,
I don't
no.
know. Eh,
They're destroying it.
okay. Well, they used removal, that's fine.
I'd destroy it too, to be fair.
As one should.
Do you want a big score?
No, I'd wait. Let's just pass the turn and we can big score on their end step. There's not a spell we're really going to look for right to cast this turn.
Alright, so...
Yeah, let's just big score.
I just got more lands. Okay.
Let's
Oh
go
my
ahead
god,
and...
it's just endless lands.
Wow, that is so many lands. I would say let's tap Bankbuster now.
return
let's
target
see.
creature from graveyard to your hand. Do you want to return Shieldred?
We could. I'd want to say let's save it for the moment, though, just in case.
Well,
Like,
then I'll
it's
play
not
a-
instant,
I'll play a
but
tap land.
yeah. Just
All
play-
right, so
yeah,
we're gonna
play-
save it.
Yeah. Your opponent's probably just mono black. They probably have a Phyrexian Obliterator or a Sheholder, so we can use Soul Transfer to just get rid of their big answer.
Thank you for stopping in, Frosty.
Even better, we can actually just use it to get rid of Marchesa.
Joe, it is probably the one you're
Oh
thinking.
no, Seed Chip.
It is probably the one you're thinking. So I have been in talks about it for a long time, but just personal circumstances prevented me, and work. I can't take off work, so I was limited by my, you know, weeks off my availability with teaching and stuff. So, all right. So what should we do? Are we soul transferring? Are we bank bustering?
I like just kind of passing the turn here. And just going to draw on their turn. We could tap Bank Buster now, but I would say let's before
Yeah.
they go to combat on their turn with whatever they swing in with.
They're
Let's use
cutting
Bank Buster to draw. That's fine. We can take that.
Okay, so
Just playing Glissa. Glissa's just a really good threat for us, and have it down. And I love their invasion of Innistrad.
minus 13, minus 13.
Yeah. So we'll lose Glissa here, but
So excessive.
Innistrad doesn't go small.
That's so weird that they didn't attack the battle.
It probably means that they have a Render Inert in hand. Another way to remove the counters.
All right, are we discarding?
Yeah, I would discard the Forest.
Well, we got a land.
That's okay. We can play it.
So we're not channeling it, right?
No, no point to channel it. I kind of like doing the long reach of the knight here. Force them to, sacrifice.
Bye, Joe. Thanks for stopping in. Love ya. All right.
And now I would use Soul Transfer.
And return Shelly.
Yeah, return Shelly. Because they're probably going to try to use their invasion to exile her. But by doing this now, we keep Shelly in our hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can just pass the turn. And on their end step, we can crew the Reckoner Bank Buster and draw a card again. Yeah, Render Inert. Render Inert doesn't really do a ton hitting the invasion of Innistrad because all they're going to have is just another couple 2/2s for the moment. And that's something we can easily deal with. Wow, so many lands.
I know. And I started
Holy.
with like all of them.
Well, sometimes they're in a giveth and sometimes it taketh. Sorry, I still like where we're at. Like, this is only game 1. We're at 14. We've still got good stuff coming in. Oh, we got the monkey. And they're using a cut down. So I kind of like doing Kogla Yadaro, discarding, and we blow up one of those enchantments.
Okay, so you want to do this one?
Yeah, I want to
Discard?
discard it. Yep, exactly. Because that's going to shuffle that back in. You'll get another card draw.
Invasion. They're both the same, right?
Yeah, they're both the same. But the point is, this will get us an extra card draw for now.
Right.
Cut down is great. So we can play in our land, cast in Sheholdred, and then hold up our cut down so we can take out one of the opponent's 2/2s.
Okay. We're not going to combat, are we?
No, I don't see the point to attack with the Bankbuster just right now. Kind of hold our position.
They're destroying.
Okay. Use a cut down on one of their 2/2 zombies then. Now, if they decide to attack you with the 2/2, we can crew our Bankbuster and
Oh,
block
they
them.
brought in a Shieldred.
Oh, that stinks. All right, that's fine. We still got ways we can. That's a good top deck for them, though. I don't think they ever attack here.
It's just fucking lands.
Yeah, the flood
Oh.
is probably what cost us this game.
Okay.
And to be honest, we just gotta sit.
I hate games like this, you know?
I feel sometimes it just happens. It's unfortunate when it does. The nice thing is, like, with the stuff we run in the deck between the big scores and the Fable, about 85-90% of the time we can avoid a game like that, but
Yeah.
you know, okay, it's still gonna happen. Still, like, the deck's, you know, it's working. Yeah, I think you're doing really well with it.
Should I crew it and like double block? Should I crew it with the Animus?
Well, the Animus is gonna be a 0/4.
Yeah, but should I tap the Animus to crew the Reckoner?
Oh,
Block
we
with
won't
the
be.
2.
We won't be able to because Bankbuster has a crew of 3.
Oh. Okay.
I'd probably say we should use the Animus to block Shelly right now, just so we don't take the 4 damage. Because they're gonna eat graveyards away with that enchantment anyways.
Alright, well, I guess we can cut down Shelly, right?
No, I can only cut down a 2/2. Power and toughness total has to be 5. And
Yeah, it
Shelly's
says-
9.
Oh. Got you. I thought it was like... Okay, yeah, got you.
I wish. It sucks on their draw. They just kind of came at you with a ton of removal after flooding out. I don't blame this on anything but flood. It's just an unfortunate circumstance. Trying to think, like an Atali. If you top deck Atali or breach the multiverse into Atali, that can probably still swing the game around because we're not like exactly dead right now. We can cut down one of their 2/2s. You can use your 1/1 to block, or use your Bank Buster to block Shelly here, actually.
How do I use it?
So just crew it. Yep, left click crew, you'll select the 1/1. And then confirm in bottom right. That'll enable it, and just assign the block, and we'll live to keep fighting.
It's just blood tithes.
Blood Tide's the blocker. We're not dead yet. And that does help a bit, because that blood token means we might be able to draw into something next turn. Depending on how much damage we get hit with here. I appreciate the fact that they keep eating the graveyard right now. I'd probably go like Blood Tithe Harvester blocks at 2/2. Your 1/1 block Shelly.
It's big score. So you want a blood token?
Yeah, let's blood token it away. We got one shot.
Oh my god.
Better be the best thing ever.
What are they doing?
Holding priority in case of, yeah. Alright, one time. Come on, deck. One time.
Infernal Grasp.
Too little, too late.
I know. I still want to do
That's-
it though.
Yeah, go on your terms. Do it. Take out Shelly. Set a statement. You go on your own terms.
That's it.
That's it.
I had to. Like, fuck you, Shelly.
And that's it.
Alright, are we changing things around?
We are. So we're gonna bring in 3 Duresses in this match. Their deck is pretty much like, I play removal. I'm gonna have a couple creatures, and that's it. So Duress is gonna hit a lot of those removal spells for us,
Yeah.
which is fantastic. We could also consider bringing in our Soul Transfer, the secondary one.
Mhm.
And that's probably gonna be it. Because ideally, we just want to stop them before they get to the point of having a board. So we don't want to worry about Brotherhood's End.
Mhm.
And if they're gonna be eating away the graveyard, Cruelty of Gix is okay.
Yeah.
I still kind of prefer Invoke Despair myself.
So what do we take out? We have to take out 4 things.
So we are gonna cut our other 2 cut downs. So we'll take those out entirely.
Where are they? Oh, here we are. Okay. All right.
Let's cut the Long Reach of the Night, because again, they're going to be eating the graveyard, and it doesn't look like they're very creature heavy. And let's cut 1 Upbraid.
We won't have any left. We only have 1 in it.
That's okay.
Okay.
And I think we'll do that. All right, time for the easiest game of your life. Number 2.
You always say that.
You gotta go in with the confidence, right? Oh, keep.
Everything is massive.
It's fine, just keep it. We'll be fine. You have a turn 1 Duress.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna duress immediately.
Yeah, like, we get to know what they're playing off right off the bat.
All right,
Look
what
at
are we-
that.
What are we getting rid of? The battle or the
I personally like getting rid of Wrecking Your Bank Buster.
Okay.
Because look at their hand. Everything else in their hand is like us, right? It's a little bit expensive, nothing quick. That's their card draw. And now we just need to top deck a green source.
Ooh.
Tribute to Hirobi. Nah, just leave it. It'll make a difference when Hirobi flips. We don't need to kill anything yet. Yeah, I mean, I would just attack him for 1. Would have been nice if that lane was green, but
I know.
opponent's got an interesting deck going on.
Still no green.
I would just we attack in for 2.
Yeah.
Depending what they play out next turn, we'll use our Infernal Grasp. So yeah, they've got some 2/1/1 rats. Let's see if they play a land and play in Shelly though.
Destroy it or no?
No, just let it be. Like we're still at 17. We're not crying for damage. And if they play in Shelly here, they didn't. Okay, that's fine. I like playing in Fable. Let's just get us to that Atali. They seem really keen for that invasion of Innistrad, which personally I don't know if I agree with doing that there to get rid of a 2/2, but opponent will do what an opponent will do. They might
they just like to destroy graveyards.
Yeah, I got into Invoke Despair.
Alright, well there's the green source. Do you want to Kogla or Glissa?
I would say Soul Transfer and exile the Hirobi. That'll leave you 2 mana up, so you can Infernal Grass their She-Holder if they play it.
So, okay, leave it.
Yep. It's a 1/1 rat. Like, She-Holder is going to be a more issue.
Yeah.
If we had that green source earlier on, this game would have been a lot different. And they're big on this render inerts.
Look at my little Fibblethip. He's just a little guy.
Fibblethip is one of the most adorable pets in this game.
I know. I'm so excited about him. I like fell in love. As soon as I saw him, I was like, I needs him.
I still always interchange between the dragons. I don't know. I can't not have a dragon pet.
I never had a pet before. Fibblethip's my first one.
Is he?
Yeah.
Aww. Okay, that's really
Yeah.
cute.
He's just a little guy. What's happening? Go. Do it.
Potentially they're having connection issues.
I'm like, what is happening? There's nothing for me to do. I always feel like nervous. I'm like, am I supposed to do something? I was like, have I not done it?
No, you're good. It's on the opponent deciding to cast it or not. I don't know if they're having a connection issue or what's going on, or they're roping, but
Yeah. But Fibblethip says hello to me.
that's
He,
what
like,
matters.
He waves at me when nothing's happening. It's very cute.
See, at the end of the day, that's what matters.
Yeah. The real hero.
The hero the multiverse needed.
I know. Who knew?
I really want to make a Fibblethip and Babori Rigmos deck.
I want to make just a Fibblethip deck. Like, I want to make I want him to be the commander, and I want to purposely lose him in the 99 and find him repeatedly. Like, that's
I had a deck like that.
that's the strategy I'm going for. I haven't fully decided, like, what route I want to take with him, but it's
Yeah.
I want it to be like silly, you know?
If I can make a suggestion,
Uh-huh.
for sure you'll want the deck to have Proteus Staff.
Okay, I'm gonna have to write that down. Okay,
Can we
what am I doing?
play on that mountain, and I would say Kogla.
For the 7/7 for the main, or
Yep.
no, I can't.
For the we're missing a mana. Shoot. Okay, never mind. Let's just play in Glissa then.
Glissa.
I didn't realize we're still missing a green.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I think
This works out
something's
still.
happened to their connection because they clearly have a response, but they're not responding. You know?
I would say so. Yeah.
Something has happened.
But I mean, hey,
Which I'm
It
sure
works
is
out in their
gonna
win.
kill them, yeah.
more
I'm
than
sure they're gonna
likely.
be like bummed about it.
Yeah. Like, it's unfortunate when connection stuff
Mm-hmm.
comes up. But I mean, hey, works out for us.
Okay.
There we go.
So are we just keeping the same?
No, you just automatically win.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You're plat 3. Easiest game of your life. Look at that. You're 2-0 and John. You are an expert now.
Hardly. I'm gonna have to play it by myself and see how well I fare, but I'm starting to understand it a little better, which is nice. So
And that's the big thing. Like, the more you play, it'll, like any deck, right? Like, the more you play, the more you get to know it. The biggest thing with Jund is the more you play, the more synergy you're going to see. And then I would not be surprised if you end up going down the rabbit hole where you end up like me, where I make like 25 different Jund brews for the
this is
standard
nice
meta.
though, because I don't play these colors often, so getting a chance to play them now is really helping me, because I usually, for standard at least, I've been playing a lot of mono white and Azorius.
Mhm.
I have done some other colors when I've like drafted and stuff like that, but usually when
yeah.
I build decks in standard, I've been leaning white and Azorius. So and I've played a lot of Selesnya in the beginning, but I haven't for a while. So yeah, so this is cool to like get to see what something else does. But I
I'm
appreciate
happy I was
you.
able to help.
Yeah,
No, I
thank you
appreciate
so
you
much.
too.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have dinner. But I might come back later and play some more. And I appreciate your
Do it
help.
up.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna raid
Yes.
into a friend. So before we go, I would love it if everyone could hang out so that we could raid into Dad Jokes and Cardboard. They are probably playing Paper Magic if they still are. If not, then we are. Then we will raid Mana Curves. Let me just make sure, because I saw them in my Twitch, but now they're not coming up in my raid. Yeah, they're live still.
Heck yeah.
Okay. So let's do that. Dad Jokes. There they are. All right, let's hang out. Let's hang in there and say hello and tell them
Let's do it.
you. And thank you so much, Astrals. I love
Nice.
brewing with you and playing Arena. You were the one who taught me, so I'm really grateful for you because it's so fun.
I am down anytime. It's always a blast hanging out with you, Ron.
Thank you so much. Let's catch up later this week.
Definitely.
Thanks for helping.
Anytime.
Bye.
Oi. Oh, food sounds like a good idea.
I know. It's talk